All right, you guys. Actually, let me check how long it took to get there.
We can pack our stuff back up in our wagon and get our horse and.
Yep. And it is what time is it? It was 8 plus 8. That'd be 6 in the morning ish, 6, 7, kind of. Guys getting up right when the sun comes up. And 8 hours later, you guys arrive at the gates. Nothing really special happens on the way there, just more traveling. You guys see, it's not like a giant gate, but it's a gate around the city, made out of wood. And you guys see over the gate some pretty tall trees.
Do we get the horses back and stuff?
You guys only have one horse, right? The one that's carrying the wagon?
Right.
Yeah, do we have the wagon back?
You do, yes. I assume you guys... Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, the horse is not dead, so that's good.
I mean, we brought it in
horse.
for the night, so yeah.
You guys are lucky because wolves have advantage on finding things. So let's head on there. You guys do see that, like I said, the trees, the gate, and there is a guard standing above the gate. As you guys approach, what did you say?
Gates are closed in the daytime?
Currently, yes.
Oh, this is a bad sign.
Or they just don't open them until they see who you are. You know,
Maybe they're antisocial.
maybe they're just checking people. You know, then they open it up. You know, inner outer gate people. You know, so we're walking up to them in our little cart.
It's a city, though, so it should be open for trade in the daytime. Do we see any signs of attack?
Make a perception. Perception, sorry.
All right, let's roll.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yes.
I can see everything, I just can't hit
You
anything.
can see through the walls itself. No. The guard looks calm. You've heard about this town before. It just they don't always trust newcomers, so they keep some of the gates closed.
So we're not coming in the main road.
Especially since it's right next to the forest, and wolves could sneak in.
Right.
Dirty, tricksy wolves.
Like the one that knocked Eli unconscious, or almost did. Like did that. He asks the guard that's on top of the gate, asks who you are.
I'm gonna suggest that Brendan, not Brendan, I keep calling him Brendan. Jason. I'm gonna suggest Jason does the talking because last campaign he says that he knew people in this town and had frequently went there.
That sounds like a good idea.
So
my character actually pushes him forward, and he actually falls flat on his face. He rolled a 1, but he gets up, wiping the mud off his face, and he mentions that he is one of the traders through the city. Mentions his name, and the guard clears it and opens up the gate. You guys are hidden.
good thing we brought him with us.
You guys are hidden?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Let me get my sheet up real quick. It's not a very large city, but it's not small either. You see large trees cover almost all of the city. You see little holes in the trees going up like it's almost made into a house. You see lights inside those holes. You see some trees just have buildings around it connecting to, or like tree houses connected onto it. And then there's bridges that lead to other neighboring trees. Looks like a very social city. It's not just trees though. There are buildings for like smiths because there's the fire hazard and such. Specifically for small houses for people that didn't want to live in that kind of style. Or there's also shops. Most shops are just in regular buildings. It looks like wood here is the primary resource, especially because it's in the middle of a forest. The ground covered in, looks like it's not very cut very well. Looks like it's intentional though, kind of like a nature feel. The sky is visible, but once you go under trees, it's obviously pretty dark from the canopy. You see larger trees, not significantly larger, but decently larger, farther off on the other side of the city. What do you guys wish to do?
Shouldn't we ask Jason if he knows anything about Katya, who we're meant to be even seeing?
Right.
The reason
Yeah, I agree with that.
He says he actually directly goes to her for those dealings, and he says they're just at the building, the castle up ahead by those large trees found on the other side of the city.
That's the root council that Branson talked about, right?
What was that?
That's the root council that Branson talked us about.
Yeah, the root council.
Okay.
I think we should definitely turn in the necklace and
Yeah.
get our reward.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a reward for that before we disperse into town to get supplies and things.
Who's holding the necklace right now?
I have it.
Okay. Then yeah, you should
We'll
definitely
remember
go
that.
My
yeah.
character is going to ask if you do you want me to hold the amulet and deliver it to Katya?
Who's asking?
My character.
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
All right.
You can, we can get you your own necklace. This one belongs to somebody.
I'm very happy. All right. You guys head towards that direction. There are clear pathways throughout the city. It's not like it's difficult to navigate. You guys arrive. It's not a large castle, especially since Jason explains there's no, king or queen or whatever here, just the root council.
Is it
council.
a mixture of peoples, or are they mostly
like different races in the city?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of different races. Just gnomes aren't rare, but you notice some glances over at you from some half elves, elven, human people.
We also have
Kinda
this tiefling with us, so
yeah, they get a little giggle from the gnome, and then they look over at the tiefling, and their eyes go wide, and they push their children back into the houses.
I flip them off.
They look definitely very intimidated by the presence of a tiefling, especially since they haven't really seen them. They're mostly, how my character and Lego would know, they're mostly found such as in hidden places in the world, or like such as the fire elemental plane, like the city of Brass, which Lego and I would know about.
Would they be drawn to war? Like, could I have come across them before in war?
Tieflings, they don't hide from society, but they tend to stay away from conflicts or even people in general, just because they know they are feared for their appearance, and they know that they'll just get prejudiced wherever they go. Eli, unfortunately, isn't one of those. He's pretty open about it.
I just know he's been with us, but I don't know how familiar I was with tieflings beyond the one that's with us.
You probably have seen like one or two from your experience in the army, but they're very rare.
Yeah.
Especially from how they're grown up, the curse that was inflicted on them
Right.
a long time ago. But yeah, you guys see those people ushering their children into their houses. Definitely, they're not like frightened, but they're intimidated by Eli, and they go back into their houses, kind of clearing your way as you advance forward.
Damn right.
I would imagine I wouldn't be that, different for, being a soldier either.
Yeah, and you do have that kind of like tough appearance. You stand very tall, frown on your face. But with that tiefling right next to you, people are, since they're unfamiliar with them.
Yeah, don't worry, population. We're only dangerous to each other.
That's true. You guys arrive at the castle. There's an open courtyard where people hang out. And Jason just says, give me one moment while I go fetch her. About 10 minutes go by, and then 20 minutes. And you guys are just sitting here, and you see her. Let me get her figure real quick.
Do we have a map for this one?
No, but I should have a figurine right here. If not, I'll just spawn it in. Because I saved it. Can you give me a up real quick, Martin?
I don't know about that, Hayden. It's
You
a
will
lot
do
of
it.
power. I think
You don't let me moderate your chat, so. Alright.
Don't make him flip the table.
It will.
This has got to be an awesome table to flip, too. All these
We can
dice.
flip it at the end, it is.
She doesn't have any legs.
She's a giant compared to us.
I didn't scale her down. Calm down. She's not an actual giant.
Oh, by the way, from next week onwards, now Lack has given me transparent images. We'll all actually have our actual characters on figurines.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
None of us will have legs.
Yeah. Don't have legs.
So you see, while she is, she looks pretty tall, 6 feet tall, not as tall as Lack, but slightly lower than that. Looks elvish, as you can tell from the ears. Straight, long, brown hair, pretty beautiful. And she wears a red dress with some gold lacing. And she comes up to you and says, "So I heard you had some amulet you wish to give me from my good pal Branson back in Terrelin Village." Who has this amulet?
Black.
I'll pull it from my backpack and say, "Yes, ma'am. We were hired to deliver this necklace," and hold it out.
She reaches forward and not aggressively, just like lightly grabs it, and she thanks your politeness. She says, "For fighters, you don't see that very often. At least the one she's seen." And she says, "Do you wish me to? Did you guys get a reward for this, or did he just send you off to do this? Because I could notify him that I have received the amulet."
We want her to notify him for sure, so we get our reward from Brenton.
All right. She looks up and whistles into the air, and you see a brown owl come fly by her, and she hands the or she like scribbles a little letter onto a piece of paper, and she hands it to the owl, and she whispers in a language you guys don't know. It sounds like bird sounds, and the owl goes into flight.
Is Oran air creatures? Because I know that.
What was that?
Is Oran air creatures? Because I know that one.
Air creatures? No, that's more like air elementals.
Okay.
You do recognize this, Martin. She's casting a spell called Speak with Animals, because you have familiarity with it. You don't have it just yet, but you know about it.
Yeah.
And the owl recognizes it and goes off towards Terrelin Village. And she asks you guys if you have any other business with her, or was that it? She does thank you for delivering it.
What are we going to do with Jason now?
He says he would like to accompany you guys back to Terrelin Village so he can let Brenson know he's not dead.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we could arrange that.
He was
He's
supposed to
kind
help
of
us
a fake
shop,
background.
too.
Yes.
Jump.
And I want to be taken to a bookstore if it's possible.
Let's
shop.
let Katya know that we are finished and that was all we were hired to do.
All right. She gives a small bow and then turns around
What a
and
reward.
heads back into.
Then
We
get
get
a
a
reward
reward
for
for
this?
him.
You get that from
Oh.
Brenson, yeah.
Oh, that's
He's-
right.
I bow back.
I'm gonna
at
before we leave. Can I engage her in conversation?
Yeah.
I'm
She
just
looks
gonna
down at
ask
you and
her.
asks you what you need.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna ask her two things.
And
One
you have to
is
crane your neck to see her because
Right.
she's
She's
6 feet
as tall
tall.
as
So.
I am. That's really tall for an elf or a half elf.
I'm just gonna politely ask if she needs us to take anything else back to Brenson, and then I'm also gonna ask if besides the bookstore in town, if she knows anybody else that has any rare or unique books.
She answers the first question first. She says, "Just send him my condolences. Haven't seen him in a while." As for magic books, she thinks for a moment.
Not just magic books, but also books of lore. Rare books, tombs,
She mentions the
mysteries.
bookstore might be the place to go to here in the city, and she points off into the direction more to the west of the city. And she says, "Over there is kind of the shopping district. You can go look for the bookstore. It's pretty easy to find. You can also ask around."
All right, that's all.
All right. Anyone else want to talk to her, or you all good?
Oh, that's it. For me, anyways.
All right.
Okay, so I would like to ask Jason if he knows a smith or tanner or something that can make use of all this chitin and
I've got that stuff.
mandibles that we brought with us.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, there is over by the shopping district, which you pointed out. You can go to the smither, Torthak. He's usually willing to make custom-made weapons or buy some material that he uses for his weapons."
And
What do you have on your
he's good.
list? Like, do you have the chitin as well? Because I've got it on mine.
No, I just have the mandibles.
Okay, yeah, I've got that stuff then. So yeah, I'll need to go with Lack to the.
Plus, you also have all those wolf pelts, which he should
I do,
probably
yeah.
take as well.
It says he'll take the smith will take those as well. All right. You guys going there, or
I guess yeah, me and Corey and here.
I'm gonna go off to the bookstore.
you're gonna separate yourself from them, or
Actually, no, I'm gonna stay with them. That's a bad idea.
okay. You could suggest going there afterwards. If you want.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to shop at more than one store.
Okay.
Eri should also maybe keep an eye out for a thieves guild he could make contact with. Just to see if there's any rumors about anything going on.
At night,
Can I get a bedroll out of that?
he says, "Yeah, I can make your bedroll with this much felt."
Would that use all of it?
I'm a gnome.
I'd say, how many do you have? 5 or something?
4.
4. It would take all 4 to
Okay.
make a bedroll.
Yeah, we can get
for a
a
gnome?
bedroll.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, for a gnome, it would be half that. So
Okay, so we
You
have
can use
2
two, yeah.
left.
thank
Can
you
we
for
get
reminding me.
like maybe
No
a coat
problem.
of something out of it? Somebody.
I can't wear armor, so I don't have an armor class, so I would wear it because I have nothing other than my. robe,
You can't really wear.
yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get.
armor.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get.
You get some like I think in the handbook says you get some kind of disadvantage for wearing armor as a
Yeah.
mage. So
I can wear a robe though, right? Like
you
a
could
cloth
wear
robe.
like cloth, or if you want to wear this pelt, I would allow you to, but it just wouldn't give you any bonus days or anything.
Right, but still something to keep him warm though. If we went into a cold weather place.
Yep, and it'd only take up I'd say 1 because you're pretty short. So
All right,
Well,
let's do it.
We'll
Let's
sell
do it.
that to him.
So you want to make 1 into like a kind of small coat, sell 1 wolf pelt, and use the other 2 to make a bedroll.
And then we've got 1 left, right, which we just sell to him.
Yeah, you just want to sell the last one.
So
Okay.
what's the price for the 2 items, and also what's he buying the chitin and the mandibles and the wolf skin for?
For the time to make the coat or the jacket almost in the bed, and he says he'll have it ready by next morning. It'll cost. Says he's not very happy with you, but he says it'll be 5 gold. And for the pelt, he'll buy it for 1 gold. The last one.
How much is he? So what are we doing with the mandibles again? I'm sorry.
You're selling them, but I'm getting to the pelt first.
Oh, okay.
Can I just lean on the desk a little bit and say 4 gold?
Oh, this is gonna end well. How about we see what he gives us for the mandibles first before we start trying to stiff
Go
him
ahead and
out
make
of
intimidation with disadvantage.
gold.
Because he is not very happy with you.
And dwarves aren't easily intimidated. Can I try to stop him before he does this?
9.
Never mind.
6.
I mean, you could it happens, and you could try to intrude, but
I'm going to try to intrude and.
I haven't even finished this yet. What did I need to put on there? Intimidation? -1, so 5.
Can I try to intrude?
what would you like to intrude with?
So remember, he was like kind of racist to me, but didn't mean to. I'm going to say, I'm just going to say that our friend here is very happy with the offer he's giving us right now at this point, and we'd like to move on to the mandibles. And he is a bit hungover, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to lie to him and say that he's hungover. He doesn't know what he's been. Got it. Come on. 6. Damn it. I should try this. 7. I should have had the thief do this.
You just
Yes.
just lost it. He rolled an 8.
Oh, damn.
He begins chuckling at the intimidation effort. He says, I could make it 6 gold.
Deal.
Deal.
All right.
Deal.
Go ahead. Who's gonna pay for this?
I ain't paying. Who got all that gold from? Who was cleaning up all that gold? That was your character, but he's not gonna spend.
Who got the
money.
stuff from the
I can
pelts?
spend.
What was that like?
Who got the stuff from the pelts?
That was 1 gold, right?
No. Who?
Oh,
Who's he making the gear for?
well, hold on. Before we pay for it, do we have to pay for it before we talk about the mandibles?
You mean my mandibles?
The mandibles. The mandibles.
No, I'm not paying for your gear.
All right. So it's gonna be 6 gold.
Looks at you and says yes. 6 gold.
Didn't he offer it for 5 initially, and then I screwed it up?
You upset him pretty badly.
Well, Lego didn't help either with his failure there at a lie, saying that you're drunk. He already doesn't like you. Why are you accusing him of being a drunk now?
I was trying to cover for him.
I think it was 1 gold we get back, right, for the wolf skin or whatever that's left.
So it costs 6, and then you get 1 gold back for the. Right. So go and whoever's gonna do it, mark off 5 gold.
It'll be Lego, right? If it's gonna be his stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to know how much money I have, so I'm gonna pay the 5 gold.
Okay.
I am now down to 165 gold.
I'm gonna sort out the mandibles finally.
He looks at the so he takes a pelt, he takes a pelt to work on it, and he takes your gold for the payment, and then he picks up the chitin, specs it. Let me check. Looks at it. It's decent quality, not near the. Actually, it would be because you pulled it off, didn't you, Farnham? Mm-hmm. So you made a pretty clean cut.
Yeah.
Looks at it, eyes squinting. He says he doesn't see this very often, so it's going to be a higher price. He says he'll take it off your hands for 8 gold.
Mandibles?
Well, for the mandibles, yeah. He'll give you 8 gold for it.
Each or both?
For both.
So it's 8 pounds of chitin and the 2 mandibles for 8 gold.
Oh, you got Sorry, you got the mandibles and the chitin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the mandibles will be 8, and then I will see how much the other one will be. He says he'll give you 2 gold per pound, so 16 gold for the chitin and 8 for the mandibles.
All right, well, I will sell him the mandibles.
Okay, go ahead and give yourself 8 gold.
I'm going to ask him if he is willing to discount the purchase of the wolf pelts, the payment, if I was willing to inspect any magical items he has. I'm going to tell him that I'm pretty knowledgeable in that, and because I have that bonus to magical items, if he has any like magical swords or things that he would like more information about, maybe he's working on or owns.
He glances at you and then looks back at Lack and says, "Here's 16 gold for the."
Well,
that goes to Fred.
I had the chitin, right?
Oh yeah, so he gives it to you. Yeah, he gives it Lack, and then Lack gives it to. Ryan.
Do I get the 16, or what do I get here?
Yeah, you get 16.
And you get 8, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm up with everybody.
And I will thank him and hold out my hand to shake his hand.
He looks up to you, pulls out his hand, and pretty strong grip for a dwarf. Not about as strong as you, or a little bit less, I would say. Good handshake. He firmly asks if you guys have any other business, or you're going to let him get back to his work.
Don't be so rude next time, dwarf. Then I leave.
He just glances at you as you walk out. Anyone else?
I can't think of anything I particularly need.
I'm going to ask him if he sells any crossbows.
Yeah, he does. Let me get the book real quick to find the exact cost it has. Actually, you'd probably need a hand crossbow because you probably wouldn't be able to hold any other, right?
Yeah, I get that's one of my proficiencies is crossbows, hand crossbows.
All right. He says he does have some, 2 for sale. That'll be, let me see, 75 gold pieces.
For both or each? For how many?
For one, it'll be 75 gold.
And then you do
can I ask him if I can inspect the items first before deciding on a sale?
Yeah. He says, do you want to look at all of his long range or just a crossbow?
Just the 2 crossbows, please.
Okay.
I like to check each one of them just to see if they're magical at all.
Okay. Is that, what are you doing? Detect magic or something?
I'm not going to actually use a spell. I'm just going to use just our Arcana check.
Just Arcana check. Okay. Go and roll and add your Arcana bonus.
Okay, I critically failed checking the first one.
Looks like a crossbow.
Extremely magical.
Actually, I guess it's actually a 7. Yeah, it's just a crossbow.
If it's a natural 1, it's an automatic fail.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Can I check the other one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 12, 18.
Don't look like they have magical properties. He sees you doing this, and he says he does have 1 magical item, but other than that, the rest of his items are mundane, innate.
I'm going to tell him thank him for his time and give him the crossbows back.
Okay. Takes them. Any other business you guys have?
I'm going to ask him what that magical item is.
You look up behind you, and you see a longbow. Short bow. Says it's pretty expensive for what it's worth, though. Tends to hit more, be more accurate, and does a little bit more damage.
Do any of us use a short bow?
I don't think it's worth it even if we do. I don't think we have the gold for it anyway.
Did he say what price it was?
He says it's currently 400 gold.
Yep.
That's a bit out of my range.
I will say, out of game, you guys can also, like how Martin did it unsuccessfully, you can haggle.
You're not going to haggle down the 400 gold. Unless we have something he wants.
I would say it would probably be a disadvantage to the people that annoyed him. So it'd be Tarnum and Lego, you two. Well, try just Tarnum. He'd probably the only one that has disadvantage. But the rest of you could if you want.
Thanks.
You called him a dwarf.
That's what he is. I mean, it's not like I turned around and called him gnome, is it?
I mean, you did that to Lego.
Yeah, I already don't like him. So
I don't like you either.
He's on my list, even though I gave him the sword. I'm trying to be nice to him, but I only gave you a magical short dagger. Whatever. I could have just dragged it with us and sold it or something.
I could probably use just a dagger.
Dagger?
What kind of daggers does he have?
Looks like he has regular ones. I think there's what was it? He says his regular daggers are 2 gold. But if you're looking for a special kind of dagger, he could make one turn into silver with the blade. But that costs an extra 100 gold. And it takes about a day to do it. Mostly for fighting,
right,
like in troughs and such.
Just looking at the fact I don't have just a knife, so you never know when those might come in handy.
He says he has a 5 currently because they're pretty easy to make. Would you like to buy any?
I'll take a dagger.
Right. Fine blade. Looks like it's not perfect, but it's pretty decent job for. You can tell he has experience with the kind of stuff, and takes 2 gold from you, and go ahead and put a dagger in your inventory.
All right.
And Eli notices this is the first person that doesn't look like he's intimidated, or he looks a little surprised to see Eli because he doesn't see tieflings very often, but not very intimidated.
Good.
Did you want to buy anything, Eli, or are you all good?
I'm all good.
My character steps up and buys some leather armor. Gives me an extra +1 to my AC. So, and that's all from my character. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
I've given up.
I think that's good.
All right. He wishes you all farewell. He calls out because he doesn't know your name. Hey, gnome, come back tomorrow morning. Have your stuff ready for you.
So he throws a fit when someone calls him dwarf, but he just calls.
He doesn't know. You guys knew his name. He didn't know his name, and he felt like it'd be more offensive to call him short person. So.
Can I shout through the door? Now I'm on a level with you.
I'm just going to I'm already walking away. I'm kind of disgusted with the whole situation. I'm acknowledgement of everything. Like, yeah, okay, I understand. Like, not disrespectfully, but just I'm just fed up with everything.
Gonna give him a nod and step outside, and maybe take a quick glance around to see if I see any of those thief-type people we're trying to keep an eye for.
Yeah, go and make a perception check.
10.
10. There are a lot of people around, but the ones you see are just, they're mostly in groups talking to each other, laughing. Looks like this is just a shopping district, and people that come here only usually do business.
About beggars?
You see people with hoods. What's that?
Beggars?
Beggars, they're in the city, not normally in the shopping district, except at the outskirts, like the entrance, because that's usually where they can get the most people.
Sometimes beggars are part of the Thieves Guild, so.
Only in Outer Scrolls. Yeah, you see people with hoods, but they don't look suspicious.